About 1 week, the Dubuque Colts Drum and Bugle Corps will head to Washington, D.C. for Barack Obama's inaugural parade. The inaugural committee picked the Corps to represent Iowa for the event. KCRG TV9's Dubuque reporter Katie Wiedemann says the group will be one of the first marching bands parade watchers will see.
Should I just hold it up?
This is the ultimate thrill for Jeff McFarland. He marched with the Colts in the 1970s, and now he gets to do it once again.
I have not marched in a drum corps uniform or any uniform of any variety for 30 years, so.
McFarland and more than 100 other current and past members will be part of the elite group that will proudly wear what the Colts call the Reds.
Will perfectly fit all 119 members, the custom-made uniforms.
Just 36 hours before the parade, the group will learn to play the song 76 Trombones from the musical The Music Man, which is set in Iowa. Then they'll take their spot at the front of the pack.
We have been assigned the 1st Division and number 19. So we're going to be the 19th group in the entire parade. And I think moving Iowa up toward the front has a lot to do with the election history, to tell you the truth.
The trip will cost the Colts $60,000. They've already raised $52,000 all through donations, ranging from $20,000 to $1.
Somebody at the mall gave me $2 the other day. The Rotary Club, just Tuesday, somebody won the $1 raffle and gave it to us.
McFarland says he'll be the oldest Colt in the parade, and by the look on his face, he might be the proudest. In Dubuque, Katie Wiedemann, KCRG TV9 News.
A seamstress crew will travel with the Colts to make sure those uniforms fit everyone just right.
Yeah.
Okay, so uniforms, if you see anything that feels or looks like a uniform, it goes up these steps into a weight room area.
No, you can't. You have to have it.
You're all ready.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So how many uniforms are you guys fitting today?
55 today. That's after 35. Yes. 34 yesterday and 55 more today. And then the color guard, 33. Just a few. Actually, 25 left.
So how many uniforms are you guys going to be sewing?
110. And they will look good.
Make Iowa proud. Greg called us up and said, we need a truck driver and a grandma. And I said, I think we fit the bill.
Every drum corps needs a grandma.
I think we fit the bill. So, here we are.
And you get to see people that you haven't seen in a while, like Emily and some of the other vets that haven't been around.
Lots of the vets. Yes, that's what's cool about this. And when they tell me that they have children, okay, we've been with us too long.
Don't we know that?
My name is Scott Weber. I marched from 1989 to 1993, and I was the lead sop, or trumpet player.
And talk about the experience of trying on the uniform and...
Well, I felt kind of like a stuffed burrito a little bit, but the uniforms back when we marched were a lot looser, and we had more room to breathe. These are much more form-fitting, and but very powerful, very powerful, and you feel like you have a lot of dignity and pride when you wear it. So it's very cool to be able to have the opportunity to put it on.
So when you move, this stuff does move.
Okay. So it's supposed to feel real, like a glove?
Yeah.
Okay. And, I think a lot of people would tell you after they age out, they have this dream that they're marching again, they get one more chance, one more shot, and, you never get that chance. And putting on the uniform today, and the kids here allowing us to come back and to be a member of their corps is almost just like marching drum corps. You can't really explain it. It's hard to put into words, but it's very humbling, and there'll be a lot of tears in the next 24 hours. I'm wearing it again.
Reflection will do it.
That's okay.
You look spiffy. Look in the mirror. Get your butt over there.
Good.
Check out your butt.
Oh, yeah. See you.
So far, it's different from the old uniforms.
Whatever works for you.
They are. Boy, they're so powerful. Like when you have them on, you just feel. The other ones, you felt dumpy.
Diaper butt.
Well, you know what I mean? They're just so big and.
Big.
They're just big.
Don't you feel like a winner in that?
Yeah. That's what you said. You just feel so powerful.
I don't. This is nobody's hanger, huh?
I can't believe we're doing this.
You know that.
Yeah, I'm in all black, so it's very slimming. I look tiny in it, actually.
You are tiny.
I'm not tiny, thanks.
Now I'm gonna have to take it off again.
Oh, it'll be okay. You'll get to wear it tomorrow.
I know.
Actually, you're gonna wear it tonight.
Oh, yeah, wear it tonight. Yeah.
As many as are done, we'll
You
wear
get to
them.
do
That's
the
all there is.
pictures and everything.
Nice.
So how many Colts uniforms is that?
What?
How many Colts uniforms is that?
This is number 4.
This is the 4th different uniform style for you?
I wore the riverboat, the orange riverboat, the last year, Burger King, the original Reds. Yeah, this one.
Burger King.
All right. You need to do. I can do that. No.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Oh God. This is awesome.
Okay. We're gonna have you put your pants on right side out so Mary can mark the hems. Okay.
So what do you think of the uniforms?
I love them. They're awesome.
And about wearing one?
Dream come true to do it one more time. It's awesome.
So how's rehearsal been so far?
Good. My arms hurt from holding up the soprano, which I shouldn't complain because I know baritone players and the heavier instruments are probably having a difficult time too. But it's been really great. Playing with the lead trumpet players that are here. They're very nice and they're cordial and they're easy to work with, and they offer suggestions on what to do to not be a embarrassment to the corps.
And I guess, what are you looking forward to, the most through this trip?
Just putting on the uniform together with everybody, and just being part of the Colt family again, and Barack Obama and the inauguration. That's very important historically, but I think for me to be able to come back and to be able to march at the age that I am, and to be able to meet some of these kids, and to be with Greg and all of his staff again, that means more than anything. Just to be here and to be part of this moment for the Colts. Everyone that financially gave to make this happen for the Colts, thank you very much. The support is unbelievable, and you have no idea what you've done, not only for the current members and staff, but to the alumni that have dreamt about this for decades.
This is the Honorable Mayor of Dubuque, Roy Bugle. He's having lunch with us. So give him the good part, Lori.
Pleasure. Oh, wow. My stomach's growling just smelling. I'm supposed to be having lunch with all the mayors down at Capitol Hill, but I thought this was more important. You all do a great job, believe me. I can't believe that what it must take to coordinate all of this. Like I say, the food looks great. I'll give you the final assessment after I devour it. Okay. Thank you. I'm Mayor Roy Bugle, City of Dubuque, Iowa, and I'm out here in Washington on the U.S. Conference of Mayors meetings trip, and we're staying over for the inauguration. And to the City of Dubuque and the state of Iowa and the region around Dubuque, this is just a tremendous honor to have the Colts here in Washington representing the state of Iowa. And you know, I know there are going to be a lot of folks who know about the Colts that are going to be along that parade route, but it's going to just be a tremendous experience for all of the participants in this program, and we're just so very proud of them. We're very thankful to all the donors who made this possible, and to all the volunteers who make this operation work. I've just walked around here today and looked at some of the processes that it takes, and all of this, the sewing that's going on, and the fitting of the uniforms, and the rehearsals. It's just a tremendous amount of work, and the Colts are really deserving of this opportunity.
I want to read this for you. It's from a gentleman, Dennis Sperlin, who was involved in the Madison Scouts board for years. This came in just before we left. Encloses a check for blah, blah, blah to help cover expenses for the Colts to attend the 2009 inaugural. It is a great honor for the Corps, and I'm pleased to contribute to the trip. You have no reason to know or remember this, but the Fort Dodge Lancers, by the way, Dave Swallison, gray-haired bus driver, also marched in this in Fort Dodge Lancers, so check with him. Went to Washington and performed at John F. Kennedy's inaugural parade in 1961. Here I was, an 8th grader and a second-year member of the Lancers, and we're going to the inauguration. I think the furthest we traveled was to a show in South Milwaukee. Talking about blowing a little kid away. I mentioned my inaugural experience because it was not only the highlight of all the years I spent in drum corps, including 2 Nationals finals and 1 Senior Nationals finals, but it was also the highlight of my life, period. That's saying a lot because I've led a very active and rewarding life. We marched in the inaugural 48 years ago, and I remember it as though it was yesterday. Please remind your kids, it's a loose term, Jeff, they are participating in a historic event for our country. Obama is not only the first African-American president in our history, he is only the 44th president ever, and the Colts are part of that. Your kids should be proud, and the organization even prouder. Whatever they do in their life, I know the members will remember this trip forever. You can't ask for a better experience than that. Good luck and God bless. So that's the perspective 48 years ago. So seize every one of these moments. When we go outside and we discover we can't march yet, and it's cold, and all of that, have a great time with it. Absolutely. We changed our plan just a little bit because we've got a distinct honor here. I'd like you to meet the Mayor of Dubuque, Mr. Roy Bugle.
You know, as mayor and on behalf of my council colleagues and the 60,000 residents of Dubuque, and the residents of the state of Iowa for that matter, I want to thank you all for all that you're doing to represent the state and our city. You should all be very proud of your efforts, and I want to thank the volunteers who made this all possible. But this is going to be a defining moment in all of our lives. I was just at a meeting this morning with the U.S. Conference of Mayors, which is why I'm here initially, and President Clinton was speaking. And he was talking about Martin Luther King and the speech that he gave at the Lincoln Memorial. And he said that that speech made possible the speech that we're all going to hear tomorrow when Barack Obama takes the oath of office. That's pretty profound. That's something that you are all going to be a part of. And you know, President Clinton said, people will talk about this day. It'll be passed on to their grandchildren. You know, and you're all going to have firsthand experience walking down that parade route. And when you turn that corner and you head toward the White House, you're going to feel it. you might miss a note. I was down there yesterday, and it's a pretty impressive sight when you see that viewing stand and you know that Barack Obama is president and he's standing there watching you. So I want to thank you all again. You're going to represent Dubuque so very well, and we're just so very proud of every one of you, and I know the effort it took to pull this all together in this very short period of time. But thank you. God bless you all, and have fun. It's going to be a great time tomorrow. You might feel the cold initially, but once you get going down that parade route, you won't remember any of it. You'll remember the good stuff. Thank you all for your hard work, and thank you, Greg, for this opportunity to speak to our Colts. Thank you. Turn around if you wore this. Well, thank you very much. I'll wear that tomorrow. Well, back to practice. Thank you all.
But let's set it up and plan for our first audience member right now, shall we?
Yeah!
All right. Wow. That was the second time they played that?
Started last night with it.
Amazing. Just amazing. You are going to blow everybody away. I'm not kidding. That is fantastic. Just think what you can do with one more day of practice. Beautiful. Thank you very much. What an honor. Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Bill. Thanks for being here.
I can't believe it.
4 shoulders, 2, 3, 4. Get the upper back, 2, 3, 4. Lower back stretch, 3, 4. And then head is still down. The chin is tucked to the chest. I want you to breathe deeply through the nose and feel the lower back expand. Exhale through the mouth, please. It's pretty much going to be, as soon as the drum majors see everyone onto Pennsylvania, we're going to do cadence, okay, roll off, play. Horns will come down, you're going to get another roll off. Horns will come up, we play.
And how are you feeling about tomorrow?
Well, it's going to be cold, but I'm really excited to be here.
Have you done anything like it before?
Not a parade in this to this extent, but I've been with this group for 2 years.
Okay, how about you? How are you feeling about being part of the inauguration? And how old are you?
I'm 23.
And how are you feeling about being part of the inaugural parade?
I've been a really big fan of the Obama campaign for, well, since I knew who he was, so years down. And I'm really, really looking forward to being a part of something that is so absolutely life-changing.
How are you feeling about being part of President Obama's big day?
I'm really I'm all about Obama.
Really? Why?
He's just wonderful and he's made a lot of great changes.
And how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, so did you vote this time?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
The Dubuque Colts Drum and Bugle Corps will be the center of the celebration tomorrow as members march in the inaugural parade. KCRG TV9's Dubuque reporter Katie Wiedemann traveled with the Corps to Washington, D.C. and found that for some, the experience is like a step back in time.
This is the day Emily Pollock never expected to happen.
Really soak in every possible second because you, of course, live under the assumption that you are never again going to put on that Colts uniform.
These Colts alumni are back on tour, a lifestyle many of them enjoyed in their late teens and early 20s.
When I get off the floor, everything hurts a little bit, but more than it did when I was younger. But yeah, it's exciting. You feel like you're a kid again.
Sleeping on the gym floor, the 24-hour bus ride, taking orders from the drum major. Even the food brings back memories.
The same sandwiches for lunch, you know, the same Kool-Aid to drink. So some things never change after 15 years.
Add in the historic nature of this inauguration, and Pollock feels like she's living the dream.
Here we are, getting a chance, an opportunity to be a Colt again and wear that uniform is just, it's going to be a monumental moment for a lot of us.
It's their first chance in being part of a historic change. But it's a second chance on the youth we all eventually have to leave behind. In Washington, D.C., Katie Wiedemann, KCRG TV9 News.
I started in 1993 on soprano and marched until 99. The last 3 of those years I was drum major. It's such an undescribable feeling. You know, there are only a small number of alumni spots, and to be one of those individuals, it makes me so proud to be able to represent the alumni of the Colts history. But to put this uniform on again, when we were getting fitted for uniforms and I had it all on, it all of a sudden hit me, and I started crying. It's very special. You know, when you age out, you don't ever think that you will have this opportunity again, and we've been given it, and it's tremendous to be a part of this with the current marching unit. That crazy 24-hour bus ride was amazing. We laughed the whole time. We slept a little and laughed a lot. It was so great to reconnect with those that I marched with, you know, over a decade ago. But then it's such a cool feeling to be with all of these current members who are in love with what it is that they're doing, and they've really welcomed the alumni with open arms, and it's been a lot of fun to get to know them. First of all, these uniforms, they're very snug. The seamstresses say that they paint them on, and it's true. I feel like it's painted on. So physically, it's a much different experience than when I marched. But these are such, they're wonderful designs. They're very powerful looking uniforms, and they really just scream Colts. And so to have that on is a really chilling, I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's a really chilling experience. Colts to represent the city of Dubuque and the state of Iowa to the world is a wonderful honor. organizations donated money to make this happen so that the Colts could travel to D.C. So it's quite awesome, the teamwork and the love and the support that came together to make this happen.
My name is Greg Dow, marched 1985 through 1991, and I was a lead soprano and soloist. Oh, to wear the uniform again is probably one of the greatest joys right now. I've always wanted to do it one more time to perform with the Colts, and to have this opportunity is just an amazing opportunity, and the historic event that we're here for with the inauguration of Barack Obama, and it's a change in our nation. You know, it's new blood in the nation. It's an amazing event, and to be here, part of the history, is just fantastic. Getting together with the alumni that either I marched with or I taught has been an experience that I'll never forget. The emotions it brings back on performing or have taught, the relationships that you've built over the years are just unbelievable, and I can't express how it feels. And meeting all these young Colts and remembering how I was and how they are it's great. Just to see them perform and see the future of this organization grow. And to the people that donated funds and the people that have been behind the scenes helping, everyone that's made this possible, we cannot thank you enough for having this opportunity. Thank you, and God bless, because this is just an amazing experience. Thanks again.
Okay, I think you're good. Okay.
Sure. I'm Jake Theobald. I marched in the Colts from 1978 to 1984 as a baritone player.
I'm Liz Theobald, and I marched Colt Cadets 96 to 2000 and Colts 2001 to 2007.
And how are you guys related?
He's my uncle.
And how has the trip been with meeting other alumni and getting to put a uniform on and just the whole experience?
It's been a great experience for me. I mean, this is kind of like a dream come true, chance to get back into a horn line and play with, 70 other folks.
Yeah, it's really neat chance to get to do something I never thought I would do again after I aged out, like get to ride a bus, put on a uniform, and represent the Colts in such a huge way. Yeah. My older two sisters and brother all marched in the Colts, so there's been someone from our family involved in this organization since you started, basically.
Yeah, I was in cadets in 75 too, so.
75 to 07.
To me, it's really exciting to participate for Barack Obama's inauguration, but I'm also really enthused about the Colts being here. And so I'm doubly excited that I get to represent the Colts at this event.
Yeah, I'm really proud that the Colts got picked to represent Iowa for the whole nation, so it's really a great thing to be a part of.
I'd like to thank everybody who donated to help the Colts come to D.C. for President Obama's inauguration celebration.
Yeah, without all of you guys, this wouldn't be possible. I would have never got the chance to march with my uncle.
bus are we on?
This is ridiculous.
I'm excited.
Mama, here we come.
Hi, happy Inauguration Day.
Good evening and welcome back to the 56th Inaugural Parade coverage here on Fox. We'd like to welcome all the local Fox affiliates that are joining us around the country. You're looking live right now as the parade route continues here in front of the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, as they walk by.
Up next is the Theodore Roosevelt High School Marine Corps Color Guard and Drill Team. They're from St. Louis, Missouri, making their first appearance in the inaugural parade. The uniform of this 23-member band is the United States Marine Corps Dress Blue Bravo. Theodore Roosevelt High School is the alma mater of the James T. Conway. He's the 34th and current Commandant of the Marine Corps.
There are 23 participants in this band, Brian and Sean, and they traveled 870 miles to be here, so it was quite a journey for them to reach this destination. The Marine Corps Color Guard and Drill Team was presented with the national flag, one that has flown over the nation's Capitol building. How cool is that? And the presenters of this honor was the Military Order of World Wars.
From St. Louis, Missouri, up the river a bit to Dubuque, Iowa. That right there, the Colts Drum and Bugle Corps from Dubuque, Iowa, making its first appearance in the inaugural parade.
That's right. The Corps was designated Iowa's Ambassadors of Music in 2007 by Iowa Governor Chet Culver. Now, while they're based in Dubuque, the parade group is made up of alumni spanning 14 different states, all getting together. In fact, they spend their summers touring the country, competing in events sponsored by the Drum Corps International. Their colorful uniforms were designed by a noted Broadway and pageantry designer, Michael Cesario. Holly, this group, too, also getting the crowd going.
Absolutely. They have 155 marchers in the parade, and they traveled 1,000 miles to get here. So there's a lot of groups that really had to make quite a journey to be here. The Colts will salute President Obama with a well-known tune often associated with Iowa, 76 Trombones from Meredith Willson's The Music Man, set in the fictional city, of course, of River City, Iowa.
Getting a shot there of Sasha Malia. They look like they're starting to get into the parade. It's finally kicked into gear.
Today it's been. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Steele.
And I'm Tara Thomas. For the millions who travel to Washington, D.C., the inauguration of Barack Obama will be something they will never forget.
News Channel 7's Lauren Squires, one of the many from Iowa who made the journey to D.C. this week. She joins live tonight in the nation's capital. It's been a long trip and a long day, but a very historic event.
Extremely long day. I think we're going on hour 13 now, but I also think it's fair to say that everyone, including myself and the Colts, are saying it was well worth it. That's because early this morning, everyone woke up. It was about 4:30 when the Colts got up to get ready for their big day. Now, the cold temps weren't the only thing giving them chills, though. Everyone was really eager to be a part of this historic event. Colts fans were even up at the same time, hoping to land the perfect position for the parade, no matter how much sleep they had to sacrifice. Now, the Colts actually were just on national television about 30 minutes ago. We all got to sit here and watch them march the songs that they've been practicing the last 24 hours. And I think it's fair to say that they all is a great moment in history. And some of them are slowly starting to come in, some of the spectators saying that they're freezing. They're hoping to thaw out a little bit, but it was certainly worth the trip. And definitely, I think I could agree with them very much, a part of history forever. Live in Washington, D.C., Lauren Squires, Iowa's News Channel 7.
They'll probably never forget 76 trombones, I would think.
It's stuck in my head, I'm not gonna lie.
They practice that more than ever. Okay. All right, thanks, Lauren.
Yes.
When we get home and as we think about this trip, people are going to ask us about the highlights and what was the best part. I'm going to say two things. Number two, performing for the president. Number one, being a Colt again. Thank you.
to be here and march with people that I marched with before, people that I taught before, and then people that I have just admired and respected from that kitchen truck for the last 7 years, but never really got the time to know you as well as I'd like to. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Oh. Whatever made me think the tenor got lighter in the last 31 years, I should have a hole in my head. But it was a gas with the CQB Cats, and beats probably weren't exactly what I'd hoped they'd be today, but god dang it, I made it.
I want to thank all you friends of my nieces, my niece Elizabeth. It was great to actually kind of close the loop and be able to march with her. And the friends of my niece Lynn as well, who embraced me on the alumni bus and got to know me. And been having a great time, and I'm looking forward to the ride home.
So much of what I am today is because I was a Colt. And it's great to know that for one more day, I was a Colt again. And one thing I guess I get to thank a lot of you for last year, because when I was teaching chops, I was struggling because it was the first time I had to teach B flat F horns, F sharp second vowel. It was so easy, then they changed it on me. And they were more than welcome to let me come up and watch the horn line and just pick up some tips to move my corps along. And as the day progressed, I felt more accepted than I ever imagined coming up to see the Colts. And when I was done, I was talking with Tim and Beth, just screaming, "These kids are awesome. I can't believe it. They were so great." I got on the phone. "These kids are awesome. These kids are awesome. They're so great. You guys are awesome. You are so great." And I love it.